I stood under the downpour, my clothes sticking to my body, peering at the dark shapes on my porch through the misty glass of my front door. They weren't there to mend fences. They were there to destroy me. My hand brushed the icy deadbolt, and in that instant, a realization cut through me like a thunderbolt. I didn't owe them anything. Not my cash, not my allegiance, not my silence. They'd stripped me bare, hiding their greed behind warm embraces and festive cheers. But tonight, I was finished being their phantom. My name's Ethan. I'm 32, a paralegal who spent years cleaning up my family's chaos. My life was a hamster wheel of legal documents, midnight coffee runs, and juggling finances that drained me dry. I was the one who kept the lights on for my parents, Diane and Paul, who relied on me like I was their personal savior. My younger brother, Nate, saw me as an ATM. My sister, Leela, was the only one who ever seemed to notice me, but even she stayed silent, her gaze always slipping away. Every Christmas Eve, we'd squeeze into Mom's cramped apartment, the air heavy with nutmeg from her roasted turkey, the table teetering under mismatched dishes. I'd bring a pack of artisanal cider, as always, and slip $150 into Mom's jacket for the meal when no one was looking. It was my unwritten role, the provider, the one who never expected gratitude. But that night the atmosphere felt off. Nate's smirk was too sharp, like he was hiding something. Leela toyed with her necklace. Mom's laughter was fragile, like splintered ice. I tried to ignore it, popped open a cider, passed the bread, asked about everyone's week. But there was a tension in the room, a subtle hum of something concealed. I brought up the lake house I'd spent months arranging, a rental on the Washington coast, ideal for a week of campfires and crashing waves. I'd called the agency, aligned it with Nate's bar shifts, Leela's freelance jobs, Dad's bad knee. I'd sent $600 to secure it. So, I said, forcing a grin, we still good for the coast, everyone set. The room went still. Nate leaned forward, elbows on the table, his smile curling into something toxic. You're not invited, Ethan, he said, his voice rough as sandpaper. This is for actual family. The words hit like a punch to the gut. Laughter erupted. Mom's piercing giggle, Dad's deep chuckle, even Leela's reluctant huff. I scanned their faces, waiting for someone to say it was a prank. No one did. The air grew heavy, like I was breathing molasses. I forced a smile, my cider bottle slick in my hand. Nice one, I said. But my eyes met Leela's and she looked away, her fingers twisting her necklace tighter. Something was wrong, something they weren't sharing. I left early, my plate barely touched, the cider bitter on my tongue. The drive home was a blur of glowing signs and wet streets. I kept hearing Nate's voice, the laughter, the way Dad's gaze avoided mine. I'd planned that trip. I'd paid for it. I'd made it work for everyone. And now I was the punchline. 3 days later, my phone